शिवासादि गौर भक्त। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Isn't that a political
हरे
witness?
कृष्ण
Senator, is he have no
कृष्ण
fear
कृष्ण हरे
of
हरे,
losing
हरे
control?
राम
Wouldn't that be a political
राम
witness? I
राम
think
हरे
he's
हरे।
the president.
हरे कृष्ण
Krishna, Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna,
हरे हरे,
Krishna
हरे
Krishna, Hare
राम
Hare, Hare
राम
Ram,
हरे हरे।
Hare Ram,
हरे
Ram
कृष्ण
Ram, Hare
कृष्ण
Hare,
कृष्ण हरे
Hare
हरे,
Krishna,
हरे
Hare
राम
Krishna, Krishna
राम
Krishna,
राम
Hare
हरे
Hare,
हरे।
Hare
हरे
Ram,
कृष्ण
Hare Ram, Ram
कृष्ण
Ram,
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Hare,
हरे, हरे
Hare Krishna, Hare
राम
Krishna, Krishna
हरे हरे।
Krishna, Hare
हरे
Hare,
कृष्ण
Hare
कृष्ण
Ram,
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे हरे,
Ram,
हरे
Ram Ram,
राम
Hare Hare,
राम हरे हरे।
Hare
हरे
Krishna, Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna,
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे हरे,
Krishna,
हरे
Hare Hare, Hare
राम
Ram,
हरे हरे।
Hare
हरे
Ram,
कृष्ण
Ram Ram,
कृष्ण
Hare
कृष्ण
Hare,
हरे हरे,
Hare
हरे
Krishna, Hare
राम
Krishna,
हरे
Krishna
हरे।
Krishna, Hare
हरे
Hare,
कृष्ण
Hare
कृष्ण
Ram,
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे हरे,
Ram,
हरे
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
राम हरे हरे।
Hare
हरे
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Krishna,
हरे,
Hare Hare,
हरे
Hare Ram,
राम
Hare
हरे
Ram,
हरे।
Ram
हरे
Ram, Hare Hare,
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे हरे,
Krishna, Hare
हरे
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
राम
Hare,
हरे।
Hare
हरे
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
कृष्ण हरे
Ram,
हरे,
Hare Hare,
हरे
Hare
राम
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
राम
Krishna
हरे हरे।
Krishna, Hare Hare,
हरे
Ram, Hare
कृष्ण
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
कृष्ण
Hare,
हरे हरे, हरे
Hare Ram,
राम
Hare Ram, Ram
राम
Ram,
हरे
Hare
हरे।
Hare,
हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे हरे,
Krishna, Hare
हरे
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
राम
Ram,
हरे
Ram
हरे।
Ram,
हरे
Hare Hare,
कृष्ण
Hare Krishna,
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे हरे,
Krishna, Krishna
हरे
Krishna, Hare Hare,
राम
Hare
हरे हरे।
Ram, Hare
हरे
Ram,
कृष्ण
Ram Ram, Hare
कृष्ण
Hare,
हरे हरे,
Hare Krishna,
हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
राम
Hare
हरे
Hare,
हरे। हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Ram, Hare
कृष्ण
Ram,
हरे
Ram
हरे,
Ram,
हरे
Hare Hare, Hare
राम
Krishna,
हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna,
हरे कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
कृष्ण हरे हरे,
Hare
हरे
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
राम
Ram,
हरे हरे।
Hare Hare,
हरे कृष्ण
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna, Hare
कृष्ण हरे हरे,
Krishna, Krishna
हरे
Krishna, Hare Hare,
राम
Hare
हरे हरे।
Ram,
हरे
Hare Ram,
कृष्ण
Ram
कृष्ण
Ram,
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे हरे,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Chant and be happy.
No. Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, and welcome everyone to the Wednesday night reading and discussion of Chaitanya Charitamrita from the unedited, unchanged, unadulterated books of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. And these books are very important for a person's spiritual enlightenment because it's a medicine. This is a medicine that will cure us of the material conception of life. And we're all sick. We're diseased. Oh, yes, we are. And this goes on, just like in the farm. I made this example recently of a pharmaceutical product. If the potion is not precise, then the ingredients may kill the patient. And that's a fear of most pharmacists. They're worried, if I make a mistake, it'll kill the patient. And they'll be held responsible, that's for sure. So, in the same way, the potion of pure knowledge of Krishna consciousness cannot be adulterated or changed. Yashodanandana Prabhu, I was looking, again, it's not something where I'm scouring the internet to try to find things about the ISKCON group. There's much news going on about political affairs. There's news about wars. There's news about tariffs and economy. And there's quite a bit of news coming from our God brothers. Yeah, and they're speaking. And you're hearing them act as motivational speakers. In other words, there's no mention of Krishna. There's no mention of Prabhupada. There's just some kind of saying that they come up with, that they concoct in their minds for some ulterior motive. Usually it's to gain followers or to gain money and be in what is called the guru business. It's a business, like most religions are that way. Like especially in the Christian religion, which we're most familiar with here in the West, there are churches everywhere. Just on one street in Hamilton, there are 22 churches on Barton Street. So if you go around Rochisha Devi Dasi in Montreal, you can go around. There must be hundreds of churches in Montreal alone. And they all have different motivations, different reasons for presenting the philosophy. It's a business. Everybody knows that one of the richest businesses in the world is religion. It's a very common understanding of the way the world works. You use Krishna or you use God to set yourself up in this world to live a comfortable life. This is not transcendental knowledge. Transcendental knowledge is based on renunciation. It's based on austerities, tapasya. It's not based on public speaking, which is what most of our God brothers, and Raghava, I send you all kinds of clips over the week. I share them with a few of us just to see, just so you can see, this is the difference between us and them. And people have asked us that question in our program. What is the difference between your group and other groups? And the answer is this. The difference is we present the philosophy as we state in our opening slides, unchanged, preserving the teachings of Srila Prabhupada in an unadulterated manner. And it's very important you do that. Because once you change it, it's like changing the medicine in a pharmaceutical product. You could kill the person. In the same way, when you change this philosophy for your own personal benefit, then what happens? You destroy the opportunity of the student to really understand the seriousness of this opportunity. Oh, yes, opportunity to get out of this material world in this lifetime. And that's a great opportunity, wouldn't you think? Some people go, well, why did you join the Krishna movement? Do you think it was a good idea? That's what they ask us. All of us would be asked that question by our parents and friends and family like that. Why would you do this? Why would you point this paint on your forehead and march around and chant and tell people about Krishna? It doesn't sound like a good use of time, does it? No, it doesn't. But at the same time, it is the best use of time. And I can ask someone the question. All you have to do is nod, Mother Ruchisha in Quebec. In this period in your life, 2025, was it a good idea when you were 16 years old, now in retrospect, to see how you've gone in your life? Is this a good choice that you made? There you go. She doesn't have to speak, but we all feel that way. I know Yashoda feels that way. I know Ram Raghava feels that way. We are not wasting our time like most people in this material world who simply go through the transformations of life, birth, growth, duration, maintenance or byproducts, deterioration, and death. That's the 6 transformations of the living entity. And we're transforming by the influence of time. No one likes to talk about death, do they? Not generally. Because that's what it is. It's a transformation of an ephemeral change of life based on material circumstances. And that's a very difficult situation for us to get out. But if we hear the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, look at, she writes, the best choice I've made in my life. Yeah. See that? And she's right. And she's blessed, like all of us, to take up this process because it's very rare for someone to understand who is a bona fide spiritual master and how to hear from him and take shelter of his service and go back home, back to Godhead at the time of death. And those people, Yashoda, like I saw this video again today, this fellow from Silicon Valley in America, he is speaking. He does not mention one word about Krishna, and he doesn't mention one word about Prabhupada, but he's manipulating the philosophy of Krishna to gather followers. And that is, let me say this, in Catholicism, is a mortal sin. It's a mistake. It's bad karma. And we know that when we read the offenses against the spiritual master. And we'll read them later on in the program. We're going to move forward. Before we do that, I wanted to remind everybody on November 15th, we're having a festival, the Prabhupada Disappearance Festival. And we have a group of Vaishnavas going to be on the program, and they're going to be speaking about their pastimes, personal pastimes they had with Srila Prabhupada. So we want to thank them. Mother Danishta from San Francisco, Devaki Dasi from Alachua, Mother Rochisha is going to be on the program, Ram Raghava, Yashoda, myself, and some other God brothers and sisters to celebrate this occasion of taking advantage of this opportunity to take spiritual life seriously and go back to home, back to Godhead in one lifetime. Haribo. That sounds terrific, doesn't it? I think so. We're going to go to, this is a book we've been reading. It's Beyond Birth and Death. And we're going, I believe we're at the 3rd chapter, Ram Raghava, for sure. Or is it the 4th one?
Yes, Prabhu, it's the 3rd chapter, Liberation from Material Planets.
Okay, well, so we'll start and we'll read through a bit and then move along in this program of spiritual sound vibration and opportunity. Yes, opportunity. Preparation and opportunity, those two ingredients are the formula for success. The yogis and gyanis are generally impersonalists, and although they attain the temporary form of liberation by merging into the impersonal effulgence, the spiritual sky, their knowledge, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, is not considered pure. By penances, austerities, and meditations, they can rise up to the supreme absolute platform, but as has been explained, they again fall down to the material world because they have not taken Krishna's personal features seriously. Unless one worships the lotus feet of Krishna, he again has to descend to the material platform. The ideal attitude should be, I am your eternal servitor. Yes, spiritually we are. Materially, the body is temporary. Please let me somehow engage in your service. And that's what we do when we chant. Krishna is called Ajita, unconquerable. But no one can conquer God, but according to Srimad Bhagavatam, one with this attitude easily conquers the Supreme. Srimad Bhagavatam also recommends that we give up this futile process to measure the Supreme. We cannot even measure the limitations of space. What to speak of the Supreme? It is not possible to measure the length and breadth of Krishna by one's minuscule knowledge, and one who arrives at this conclusion is considered intelligent by Vedic literature. One should come to understand submissively, yes, you have to have the right attitude, that he is a very insignificant segment of the universe. Proper mindset. Abandoning the endeavor to understand the Supreme by limited knowledge or mental speculation. People love to speculate. We should become submissive and hear of the Supreme through authoritative sources such as Bhagavad Gita and through the lips of a realized soul. And in this case, it's Srila Prabhupada, the self-realized spiritual master. In Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is hearing about God from the lips of Sri Krishna himself. In this way, Arjuna set the criteria for understanding the Supreme by submissive hearing. That's the key to success, everyone. In our position to hear Bhagavad Gita from the lips of Arjuna or his bona fide representative, the spiritual master, that's A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is not proclaiming himself in this lecture as the guru. And people that are intelligent, that can connect the dots, realize it's him. After hearing it, it's necessary to practice this acquired knowledge in daily life, a schedule. My dear Lord, you are unconquerable. The devotee prays, but by the process, by hearing, you are conquered. There's a secret. God is unconquerable, but he is conquered by the devotee who abandons mental speculations and listens to authoritative sources. You have to test it out. According to Brahma Samhita, there are two ways of acquiring knowledge. Two, the ascending process and the descending process. Okay. By the ascending process, one is elevated by knowledge acquired by himself. It's called empirical study. In this way, one thinks, I don't care for any authorities or books. I will attain knowledge myself by meditation, philosophy, etc. In this way, I will understand God. The other process, the descending process, involves receiving knowledge from higher authorities. Yes. Brahma Samhita states that if one takes to the ascending process and travels at the speed of mind and wind for millions of years, he would still end up not knowing. For him, the subject matter will remain elusive and inconceivable because of the tiny brain. But the subject matter is given in the Bhagavad Gita, Ananya Cheta. Krishna says to meditate on him, yes, without deviation from the path of devotional service, in submission for one who worships him. In this way, Tashyaham Sulabhaha, I become easily available. This is the process. If one works for Krishna 24 hours a day, and we have some people in our group that are getting involved at that level, it's very enlivening. Krishna cannot forget him. By becoming submissive, he can attract the attention of God, as Guru Maharaj Bhaktisiddhanta used to say. Don't try to see God. Is God to come and stand before you as like a servant just because we want to see him? That is not the submissive way. We have to oblige him by our love and service. That's common in any situation. And love and service, the best example of that, everyone, is the relationship between a mother and a child, where the mother serves the child selflessly without any hesitation. In fact, most women will sacrifice, and fathers will sacrifice their life for their children. It's a material explanation of the level of surrender we should have for our approach to Krishna consciousness and spiritual life. The proper process for approaching Krishna was given to humanity by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami was a minister in the Mohammedan government, but he left the government to become a disciple of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was very rich. When he first went to see the Lord, Rupa Goswami approached him with the following verse. Namo Mahabharanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurav Twishne Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is more magnanimous, go ahead, than any other avatar, even Krishna himself, because he is bestowing freely what no other one else has ever given, pure love of Krishna. Rupa Goswami called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the most munificent, the most charitable personality, because he was offering the most precious thing of all, very cheaply, love of God. Yes. Because other processes, as we've read, are very difficult in different times and places. But in the Kali Yuga, this iron age of quarrel and hypocrisy, this is easily available simply by chanting and studying Srimad Bhagavatam. We all want Krishna and are all hankering after him. Krishna is the most attractive, the most beautiful, the most opulent, the most powerful, and the most learned. That is the object of our hankering. Yes, we are. We're hankering after the beautiful, the powerful, the wealthy. Krishna is the reservoir of all of this, so we need only turn our attention toward him, and we will get everything. Everything, whatever we want, whatever is our heart's desire, we will be fulfilled by this process of Krishna consciousness. And we'll read one more paragraph. For one who dies in Krishna consciousness, as stated before, entrance into Krishna Loka, Loka means planet, the Supreme Lord where Krishna resides, is guaranteed. At this point, one may ask, what is the advantage is in going to that planet? And Krishna says himself, he answers, Mam upetya punar janma Dukailam ashashvatam napap nuvanti mahatmanaha samsidhya paramam gata. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this material world, which is full of miseries. We all know that, because they have attained the highest perfection. And that is in chapter 8, verse 15 of the Bhagavad Gita. So we'll move on to the next section of our program and have faith that this process will provide the result that you want, because it's unchanged, unadulterated, and unedited by some nefarious people who are trying to make spiritual life a business. The only business we have is what? To gain the attention of Krishna. And we have a trick, and we'll explain that to you further, how we attract Krishna and get his mercy. Go ahead, Ram Raghava. Who's doing the video? Ram Raghava. Okay, let's roll the next section. Prabhupada.
Very appropriate to what you're talking about. The lecture is Guru's business is how to give you Krishna, not any material things.
Perfect. Let's roll that script. Let's go.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam. So this knowledge required. How to find out real Guru and how to surrender unto him. The Guru does not mean that I keep a Guru so as order supplier. My dear Guru, I am suffering from this. Can you give me some medicine? Yes, take this medicine. Yes. Not that good. If you are suffering from some disease, you go out to a physician. It is not Guru's business to give you some medicine. A Guru's business is to give you Krishna. Krishna says, Tomar Krishna dite par. A Vaishnava is praying Guru. Say, you are devotee of Krishna. You can give me Krishna, if you like. This is the position of Shishya. Guru's business is how to give you Krishna, not any material things. For material things, there are so many in institution. But if you want Krishna, then Guru is required. Who requires a Guru? Tasmad Gurum Prapaddeta Jignasu Sreya Uttamam Sabde Parechanisnatam Brahmani Upasamasrayam. Who requires a Guru? Guru is not a fashion. I have got a Guru. I shall make a Guru. Guru means one who is serious. Tasmad Gurum Prapaddeta. One has to seek out a Guru. Why? Jignasu Sreya Uttamam. One who is inquisitive of the Supreme. Not Guru make a fashion, just like we keep a dog fashion. Similarly, we keep a Guru. That is not Guru. Guru will act according to my decision. Not like that. Guru means one who can give you Krishna. That is Guru. Krishna says Tomar, because Krishna is Guru. That is stated in the Brahma Samhita. Vedeshu durlabha, adurlabha apo bhakto. Vedeshu durlabha. If you want to search out, although Vedas means knowledge, and the ultimate knowledge is to understand Krishna. Vedeshta sarvai ahamiva vidyam. This is the instruction. So, if you independently want to study, Vedas, there are some rascals. They say that we understand only Vedas. And what do you understand Vedas? I will understand Vedas. So Vedas says tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva gachet. You will understand Vedas by purchasing one Vedas book or taking it, you will understand Vedas. Veda is not so cheap thing. Without becoming a Brahmana, nobody can understand a Veda. What is Veda? Therefore it is restricted. Without becoming Brahmana, nobody is allowed to study Vedas. It's all nonsense. What we will understand about the Vedas? Therefore Vyasadeva, after compiling the 4 Vedas, dividing the 4 Vedas, he made Mahabharata. Because the Vedas, subject matter of Vedas is so difficult. Stri Shudra Dijabandhunam Traina Suti Gochara. For women, for Shudras, and for the Dijabandhu, they cannot understand what is Vedas. So all these rascal Dijabandhus and Shudras, they want to study Vedas. No, that is not possible. One has to become, first of all, situated in the Brahminical qualification. Satta, Sama, Dhamma, Titikha, Arjava, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astikam, Brahma Karmasam. Then touch Veda. Otherwise, what he will understand Vedas? Nonsense. Therefore, Vedas say, Tat Vijnanatham sa Guru. You must approach a Guru to understand Veda. And what is that Veda? Vedascha sadvaya hamaiva Veda. But the Vedas means, to study Vedas means to understand Krishna and surrender unto him. This is Vedic knowledge. That here, Arjuna says that Prapanna, now I am surrendered unto you. I am no more going to talk with you on equal level, just as if I know so many things. And he was right, but he was thinking on the material platform. He was thinking that Pradushanti Kulastriya, everywhere. This is material point. But Vedic knowledge is spiritual. Uttavam. Tasmad gurum prapaddesa jignasu shreyam uttavam. This shreyam, uttam. Just shreyam. Shat, nishchitam. Fixed. There is no question of changing. That instruction is now will be given by Krishna. Sarvadharman parittajya mamekam saranam. And this takes place, bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadde. So therefore, in order to achieve the highest goal of life, one should fully surrender to Krishna or his representative, then his life is successful. Thank you very much.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. And Yashoda, it's interesting to note that some people may not like to hear the word surrender to Krishna, but in fact, everybody is surrendering. It's not just that we say you surrender to Krishna. If you have a job, you have to surrender to the boss. If you don't, we have a lot of people that have work. When the boss comes around, they stand at attention. Yes, sir. They don't just look at the boss and say, who do you think you are? If you do that, guess what? You get fired. That's what happens. You have to be submissive in this world. You have to submit yourself to higher authorities, especially if they're paying your paycheck or giving you your money to survive. You do pay attention when they speak. We were at a restaurant yesterday. It was a multi-million-dollar restaurant, Yashoda, in Tepeslan. And I met the owner and I was talking to him and I said, geez, because he was so cordial, Ram Raghava, with us. Oh, hello, and come in. And then I told him, geez, you're a really nice person. He repeated it over and again. Well, sometimes I am. And then I looked at the staff. They're all like, oh, I better not make a mistake. Yes, you have to be submissive in life. So the difference between submitting to a mundane master and Krishna is that Krishna will submit to you if you serve him, and he'll take care of you throughout your life. And that is the love of Krishna that Prabhupada guarantees. And in that talk, it was interesting, Yashoda. Prabhupada's talking about having a bona fide guru, not some motivational speaker that speaks some kind of mental concoction from their bewildered mind in the guru business. So we're going to move forward. Okay, sorry, I take that back. I don't want to get too direct here. We're going to go to the next section of the program, which is the chanting of Jaya Radha Madhava by Prabhupada. And then we're going to have the reading and discussion from Yashoda Nandana from the Chaitanya Charitamrita as it is presented by Prabhupada. No changes, no adulteration, and no editing. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hari Bo.
Sai. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद से अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गौ गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, नवद्वीप धाम की जय, स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय, गंगा माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the assembled Lord. Thank you very much.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. O my Lord, Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, the all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. From Srimad Bhagavatam 1:1:1. Narayanam namaskritya. Narayanam namaskritya. Naram cheva narottamam. Naram cheva narottamam. Devim saraswatim vyasam. Devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayat. Tato jayam udirayat. One should utter the means of conquest, Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, after offering respectful obeisances, 1, to the personality of Godhead Narayana, 2, to the Narayana Rishi, who is the supremest human being, 3, to the Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, then 4, to Srila Vyasadeva, the author, from Srimad Bhagavatam 1-4. Welcome everyone to this reading and discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. This reading is being conducted on the basis of the original non-adulterated version of Chaitanya Charitamrita, the 1975 version, and all synonyms, translations, and purports are from His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, also known as the Krishna Consciousness Movement. As we do every week, we will read a few selected verses from the Adi Lila chapter 1 to understand the meaning and the benefit of hearing this powerful transcendental literature. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Glory to Sri Chaitanya Nityananda. Glory to Advaita Chandra. And glory to all the devotees of Sri Gaura, Lord Chaitanya. Etina Thakur Gaudiya ke karya chenoyat masat. Etinera charana vandan tire morinat. These three deities of Vrindavana, Madan Mohan, Govinda, and Gopinatha, have absorbed the heart and soul of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, followers of Lord Chaitanya. I worship their lotus feet, for they are the lords of my heart. Grante rarambe karimangala charana. Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinera Smarana. In the beginning of this narration, simply by remembering the spiritual master, the devotees of the Lord, and the personality of Godhead, I have invoked their benedictions. Tinera Smarane Vigna Vinashana Anayasai Nijavanchita Purana. Such remembrance destroys all difficulties and very easily enables one to fulfill his own desires. Simangala charanoi trivida prakar vastu nirdesha shirvada namaskara. The invocation involved three processes: defining the objective, offering benedictions, and offering obeisances. Let us proceed with our verse for today, or verses. We are reading from the Adi Lila, chapter 6, text number 17. Nibitam shekayeten humayate ikshan, upadana dveta karena brahmanda srijan, nimitta amshe, in the portion as the original cause, kare, does, tenho, he, mayate, in the external energy, ikshana, glancing, upadana, the material cause, advaita, advaita acharya, karena, does, brahmanda srijan, creation of the material world. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Vishnu, in his efficient aspect, glances over the material energy, and Sri Advaita, as the material cause, creates the material world. Text 18. Yadyapi sankyamani pradhana karan, jadoeti kabunahe jagat srijan, yadyapi, although, sankhya philosophy, mane, accept, pradhana, ingredients, karana, cause, jada hoete, from matter, kabhu, at any time, nahe, there is not, jagat srijan, the creation of the material world. Translation by His Divine Grace. Although the Sankhya philosophy accepts that the material ingredients are the cause, the creation of the world never arises from dead matter. Text 19. Nija srishti shakti prabhu sanchare pradane, ishvarera shakti tabe aye ta nirmane, nija, own, srishti shakti, power for creation, prabhu, the Lord, sanchare, infuses, pradane, in the ingredients, ishvarera shakti, by the power of the Lord, tabe, then, oye, there is, ta, certainly, nirmane, the beginning of creation. Translation. The Lord infuses the material ingredients with his own creative potency. Then, by the power of the Lord, creation takes place. Text 20. Advaita rupe kare shakti sancharan, ataete advaita hayena mukhya karan, advaita rupe, in the form of Advaita Acharya, kare, does, sakti sancharana, infusion of the energy, ataeva, therefore, Advaita Acharya, ayena, his, mukhya, karana, the original cause. Translation. In the form of Advaita, he infuses the material ingredients with creative energy. Therefore, Advaita is the original cause of creation. Text 21. Advaita Acharya Koti Brahmandera Karta, Areka Eka Murti Brahmandera Bharta, Advaita Acharya, of the name Advaita Acharya, Koti Brahmandera Karta, the creator of millions and millions of universes, Ara, and Eka Eka, each and every, Murti, by expansions, Brahmandera Bharta, maintainer of the universe, Translation. Sri Advaita Acharya is the creator of millions and millions of universes. And by his expansions, Garbho Dakshaya Vishnu, he maintains each and every universe. Text 22. Se Narayana Mukhya Anga Advaita Anga Shabde Amsha Kari Kahe Bhagavata. Say that Narayanera of Lord Narayana, Mukhya Anga, the primary part, Advaita Acharya, Anga Shabde, by the word Anga, Amshakari, taking as a plenary portion, Kahe says, Bhagavata, Srimad Bhagavatam. Translation. Sri Advaita is the principal limbs, Anga, of Narayana. Srimad Bhagavatam speaks of limb, Anga, as a plenary portion, Amsha of the Lord. Text 23. Narayanastvam nahi sarvadehinam atmasya dishakila loka sakshi Narayanongam narabhujalayanat tachapi satyam nataveva maya Narayana, Lord Narayana, Tvam, you, na, not, he, certainly, Sarva, all, Dehinam, of the embodied beings, Atma, the supersoul, Asi, you are, Adisha, O Lord, Akila Loka, of all the worlds, Sakshi, the witness, Narayana, known as Narayana, Angam, plenary portion, Nara, of Nara, Bhu, born, Jala, in the water, Ayanat, due to the place of refuge, Tat, that, Cha, and Api, certainly, Satyam, highest truth, Na, not, Tava, your, Eva, at all, Maya, the illusory energy. Translation. O Lord of Lords, you are the seer of all creation. You are indeed everyone's dearest life. Are you not therefore my father, Narayana? Narayana refers to one whose abode is in the water born from Nara, Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, and that Narayana is your plenary portion. All your plenary portions are transcendental. They're absolute and are not creations of Maya. Purport. This text is from the Srimad Bhagavatam 10:14-14. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakayam Chakshuran Meritam Yena Tasmai Gurave Namaham Namaum Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Bhakti Siddhanta Shishyaya Bhaktivedanta Namine Prasannaya Prashantaya Tasmai Gurave Namah Bhagavad Vandana Khadyam Guru Vandana Purvakam Kshiram Sharkara Yuktam Kadati Visheshatah Adadana Strinam Danteridam Yachi Punah Punah Srimad Rupa Padam Bhoja Dulishyam Janma Janmani Amsho Bhagavatosmyaham Sadadasu Asmi Sarvata Tatripa Pikshako Nityam Tat Presta Satkaromishvam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Some of you may have received an email communication prior to this class, either last night or earlier this afternoon, with different, basically it's the verse that we're reading, text 16 and 17, with numerous citations from Srila Prabhupada about the creation of the world. This is a question which various philosophers, thinkers, scientists, and thoughtful persons have tried to discuss for millennia, for millions of years. But the only way to properly understand this complex topic, actually simple topic, is to hear from a bona fide spiritual master, authorized bona fide spiritual master. Earlier, we saw Ram Raghava Prabhu played a lecture by Srila Prabhupada, where Prabhupada was explaining that it's not possible to understand Krishna simply by reciting the Vedas. Simply by studying the Vedas, this is not the way to understand Krishna. Why? Because Krishna can only be understood by taking shelter of a bona fide, realized Acharya. Acharyavan Purusho Veda. In the Chandogya Upanishad, there is description that one should take shelter of the bona fide Acharya. Same principle is given in the Bhagavad Gita. Acharyo Pasanam Socham. One should worship the Acharya. One should accept the Acharya and submit to the bona fide Acharya. Prabhupada gave a quotation from the Katha Upanishad, Tad vinyarartam sagurumeva abhigachet samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. That one should go with the wood, shamit wood in the hand, and pay respectful obeisances and learn from an authorized, bona fide person. Now, why do we keep saying this word authorized? Une personne autorisée. Pourquoi? Why do we keep saying that? Because that is the standard given in the Brahma Samhita, in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada sometimes makes statements that everyone can become a guru. I was personally there in Chandigarh in October of 1976 in Haryana, in India, northern India, where a group of journalists from different newspapers and radio stations came to hear Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada, as part of the discussion, was quoting that verse, Bharat Bhumilitoai Manusya Janmajar, Sartak Kari Kara Para Upakar, that anyone born in India should engage himself in Para Upakar. If you have this human birth in the land of Bharat Bhumi, also known as Punya Bhumi, Dharma Bhumi, then you should engage in beneficial activities for the whole human society. What are those activities? Prabhupada said you should become a spiritual master. Now, none of these people were initiated. None of them were trained up. None of them were chanting 16 rounds, but yet Prabhupada is telling them, take up the message of Bhagavad Gita and preach this message. And Prabhupada was insistent. Do not distort, do not change the message. This is very important. Why did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appear? All of you, if you look at the Rama Raghava just behind his head, he has that beautiful picture of Advaita Acharya worshiping the Shaligram on the bank of the Ganges. And he was praying to Lord Krishna, please come and manifest your transcendental incarnation to liberate the world, to free the world, to bring about this flood of Krishna prema. This is what Srila Prabhupada did. Those of you, all of you, I'm assuming, who are familiar with Prabhupada's teachings and the story of how he went on the Jalatuda boat for a couple of weeks and had 2 heart attacks. And while he was on the boat, he was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita and writing poetry, writing articles. He arrived in Boston, USA in September of 1965. And then in 1967, he had another heart attack. Srila Prabhupada was not in the best of health. He took a lot of risk. He underwent a lot of tapasya to bring about this transcendental message of Krishna consciousness to the Western world. He had been ordered by his spiritual master to come to the West and to write. He did engage in that mission. Srila Prabhupada was very practical. There was a conversation in 1977 where Srila Prabhupada says, I am the practical man here. This philosophy is not just a bookworm philosophy. This is a practical philosophy. When we study how Srila Prabhupada gradually and systematically introduced different practices and rules and regulations in the movement, he didn't start with complex deity worship right in the beginning. He didn't start with Shaligram Shila worship right in the beginning. All he did was kirtan and cook dal and chapatis. There's even a conversation where Srila Prabhupada says in the beginning, many people were not very interested in chanting. They wanted to have prasadam. So I cooked prasadam. I cooked dal, I cooked chapatis, vegetables, pakoras. Gradually, he trained Kirtanananda and others to cook. He introduced the kirtan. He sat in Tompkins Square Park chanting Hare Krishna for hours. Gradually, he brought about the Krishna consciousness movement by his purity, by his influence, and by the power of devotion to Krishna. We've seen, as part of this program, we've read the Jaladuta adventures and how Srila Prabhupada gradually introduced these various diaries. Prabhupada introduced the whole process of Krishna consciousness. Now, somebody may say, well, why are we reading that? Why were we reading all of these details about what Prabhupada did in the beginning? Because all of this is part of understanding the position of an eternally liberated soul, Nitya Siddha, Paramamsa, Mahabhagavata, Shakya Vishavatar. Many times people say, oh, Prabhupada was a pure devotee. Prabhupada was a pure devotee. He could have done this. He could not have done that. So many speculative ideas. The point is not to change the message, to present the message faithfully as it is. As part of these discussions with these various journalists in Chandigarh in late 1976, Prabhupada several times pointed out, I did not change the message. I preach Bhagavad Gita as it is. All of you who have been coming this program, you've heard Vishwakarma Prabhu several times say that he related the story. Sometimes people would ask Srila Prabhupada, what is that magic that you have? And Prabhupada would say, I don't have any magic. I just presented the message as it is. But some people, they thought they were more intelligent than the spiritual master. They thought they could change the message. They could edit the message. This type of dishonesty, this type of nonsensical speculative attitude is not very good. When you read the purport of the Brahma Samhita by His Divine Grace, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, it's very eloquent English, British-style English. And there is very advanced description of the position of Goloka Vrindavan, the form of Krishna, the abode of Krishna, the qualities of Krishna, the material world, how the material world is created. So much knowledge is given there. But first, in order to understand this knowledge, one must submit. Tadvidhi pranipatina pariprasnena sevaya. It is not that one can understand this simply by mental speculation, by academic research. No, it does not work that way. Yasya devi parabhaktir yata devi tata guru tasyete takachita yartaha prakashanti mahatmanaha. In the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, there's a very important verse. For those who have firm faith in the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and the bona fide Guru, for them, all the meaning of the Vedic literatures is revealed. Prakashanti Mahatmanaha. Of course, if one understands a little bit of intelligence, that also helps. We had an interesting event one time in 1974 in Hawaii, Honolulu, where different devotees and sannyasis, temple presidents were walking with Srila Prabhupada near the beach, and one lady asked Srila Prabhupada, "Oh, Prabhupada, in your book, sometimes you describe so many things and it seems difficult to understand." And what's interesting, Prabhupada stopped and he looked at everybody. He says, "Krishna consciousness is not for the less intelligent." Now, I want to clarify here. Prabhupada was not just looking at the lady there. He was looking at everybody. In other words, one has to become intelligent. Even if one is not very intelligent to start with, one can become intelligent by hearing from the bona fide authorized acharya. And this brings to a point. Today, this afternoon, I was chanting and I have received a text from a good devotee who is here for some time. And he said, "Oh, there's an interview with a devotee, and this devotee says about regular guru and this guru, that guru." I said, "Really?" So I listened to the interview for a little bit, and I saw the typical nonsensical misrepresentation. Prabhupada did not say you become a regular guru. This is not what he says. That is not the context. That is not the entire sentence of the conversation. Prabhupada said, "when I order." But conveniently, they ignored that statement. They chose not to mention it. Why? Because they know very well that there was no specific order given by anyone, to anyone by Srila Prabhupada in 1977. Because that full sentence did not fit into their political agenda and their interpretation, they conveniently choose to ignore it. You know, there's a very interesting statement in French. It's a proverb. "L'habit ne fait pas le moine." What that means is the dress does not make the monk. You can have the dress of a monk, but that does not make you a monk. You have to be honest. You have to be truthful. You have to be straightforward. When duplicity gets involved, then there is distortion and all kinds of nonsensical interpretations. Just like the Mayavadis. They have so many different interpretations. We've discussed this. When they analyze the Vedas, what they do is they say, okay, there's two different categories of statements. Some of them are called paramartika, or higher knowledge statements, and some of them are called vyavaharika statements. They're like lower importance statements. So those statements that describe the Brahman as impersonal according to them, these are the highest importance statements. And these other statements like Nityo Nityanam Chaitanas Chaitananam, Yas Sarvanyaha Sarvavid, these kind of statements, these are the lower importance. This is what we're facing nowadays. We have a class of philosophers in this movement. They have invented these classifications, these different interpretations. Oh, Prabhupada says so many things, but we, the ruling managers, have got this special interpretation. But who is accepting all these interpretations nowadays? Who is accepting all that? Because people have seen the very clever dialectical device, how they misinterpret the philosophy. Vedeshu durlabam adurlabam matma bhakto. The Brahma Samhita warns that to understand the knowledge of the Vedas is very difficult. But it's very easy. Adurlabam atma bhakto, for one who's a true devotee, an honest devotee, for that person, he can understand. Same thing with all these issues that are still being discussed by so many devotees. In order to understand properly Prabhupada's intent and what he really meant, one has to be honest. There's no room for political agenda and nonsense misinterpretation and crazy ideas. And we've seen the result of all these misinterpretations. We could go on talking about this. And I know in the past we've talked how we would have some special events where we'll discuss in great detail and refute all of these nonsensical misinterpretations. Special event will be announced in the future. But for now, which like Vishwakarma made an announcement on the 15th of November, we will have a special program for 2 hours at 7 o'clock a.m., 10 a.m., Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we will glorify His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada in his special transcendental departure. Back to you in the studio. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for that wonderful explanation. It's a very interesting theme this evening that Prabhupada is explaining in his speeches to us, and consistent with what we're speaking about now, that you have to get the information from a bona fide source. And the Kali Yuga, that's the situation we're in. The Iron Age of quarrel and hypocrisy, and people are always fighting, as you can see. It depends where you are in this world, the information you get. For example, the media here is focused on Canada or is focused on America. And in America, there was recently a person that was assassinated because of his opinion. Quarrel. People, even up to the extent of murder, will kill people if they don't agree with them. The Iron Age of quarrel and hypocrisy. And this can be very disturbing for all of us because of sound pollution. We're constantly being bombarded. And think about it. Most people, first thing they get up, Nilesh, what do? Look at their phone. That's what they do. They want to get information. And it's unlimited flow of garbage information, and it changes from day to day. And it fills the mind up, and you become confused. You become bewildered. You become worried. What if there's another war? What if there's a nuclear bomb? Well, there's always risk of that. Can you imagine, Yashodanandana, people having to wake up in countries like Ukraine and Russia and Palestine and the Gaza Strip and Israel, where all they do is bomb each other, kill each other. And there have been millions of people killed because it's the Iron Age of quarrel and hypocrisy. And we can rise above it, everyone, by constantly hearing the transcendental message of Krishna consciousness by reading Prabhupada's books, like this book we read tonight. Very interesting lecture. A summary of the philosophy for new people, not only new people, also old people too. It's always ever fresh, dynamic information. And it reminds us that we are the eternal servants of Krishna, and we will not hear the message of Krishna consciousness from the lips of sahajiyas and motivational speakers. Get? That's a motivational garbage. And we're going to switch to another section of the program where we're going to go into our living guru, and it's a small section in the program where we're going to read from a particular book that was compiled by a group of devotees to clarify the situation so that we do not get misled by misinformation. Haribo, go ahead, Yashoda.
Okay, we are reading from Our Living Guru, section 2.16. Hasn't the GBC acted with great vigilance in removing their bad gurus? Answer, as Srila Prabhupada asked, if he's bad, how can he be a guru? In other words, bad gurus is a whimsical conundrum. But the GBC disagrees. In their 1987 resolution, for example, the GBC's Guru Research Committee contends that a guru may be not only simply bad, he might be a full-fledged demon. Here are some examples of the GBC's convoluted logic from their 1987 position paper, number 64. Quote, that if a guru is engaged in sense gratification, violating either one or more of the regulative principles, but there is hope that he can be rectified, then his disciples should allow time for rectification to take place, and they should take shelter of Srila Prabhupada and Senior Vaishnavas as Shiksha Gurus. Note, here the GBC very mercifully allows us to temporarily worship the fully realized bona fide Guru, Srila Prabhupada, until they can shuffle us around to another one of their eternal living Gurus. Simultaneously, we are instructed that Parampara Gurus may become bewildered and violate the basic Krishna conscious regulations. Number 65, that if a Guru has become hopelessly entangled in sense gratification, and it has been shown either by observation or from his own admissions that he has been regularly violating the regulative principles of Krishna consciousness, and that there is virtually no hope for rectification, then the disciples reject him and may accept reinitiation. The reinitiation process concocted by the GBC instructs us that a devotee is allowed to accept more than one initiating guru. Some GBC followers have had 3 GBC gurus are being urged to get a 4th initiating guru. But Srila Prabhupada warns a devotee must have only one initiating spiritual master, because in the scriptures, acceptance of more than one is always forbidden. From Adi Lila, chapter 1, text 35. Note, how can we insist that people accept more and more initiating gurus and make legislation enforcing this idea when Srila Prabhupada says acceptance of more than one initiating guru is always forbidden? Number 66, quote, that if the spiritual master takes on demoniac qualities and becomes inimical to ISKCON, he should be rejected, and the disciple may take reinitiation. Note, there is not even one single historical example of a bona fide guru becoming a demon, and an historical example in the bona fide scriptures of the GBC's reinitiation concoction. Number 67, that if it is ascertained either by the admission of the guru or through irrefutably reliable witnesses that the guru was fallen at the time of giving initiation, then the disciple has a legitimate reason to reject him and take reinitiation. Number 68, that there should not be any public worship of a guru who is suspended. Note, here the GBC claims that a guru may be suspended, something like a corrupt politician. Nowhere do they describe the spiritual basis for their research team's finding for such an assertion. Number 69, that disciples of a suspended guru, while performing arti worship to the deities, should offer the various articles to Srila Prabhupada to the disciplic succession. Number 70, that while offering obeisances in a public place, the disciples of a suspended guru should recite Srila Prabhupada's pranam mantras aloud and should chant the mantras to the suspended gurus silently or not at all. But Srila Prabhupada writes, quote, there is no possibility that a first-class devotee will fall down, even though he may mix with non-devotees to preach. From Madhya Lila Chaitanya Charitamrita 2271. Any perfected or first-class devotee, what to speak of an eternal preceptor, Krishna conscious guru, can never fall down. So the GBC, as much as admits that their living gurus are simply not at all qualified to become anyone's eternal preceptor guru. Additionally, as Srila Prabhupada notes in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 145-46, the relationship of a disciple with his spiritual master is as good as his relationship with the Supreme Lord. The disciple must look upon him as the manifested representation of Godhead. How can we have a fallen, suspended, or demoniac relationship with the Supreme Lord? So no wonder Srila Prabhupada cautions us never to think that a genuine eternal preceptor guru can be a conditioned soul. Quote, one is forbidden to accept the guru or spiritual master as an ordinary man. Gurushu Naramati, Antyalila Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chapter 5, Text 71-74. Back to you in the studio. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
You know, this is very timely, everyone, and that you're reading this, because I've been seeing different things that have come up online, Mother Rochisha. There was today a letter from a disciple of Lokanath. Okay. And we're not going to go through the controversy. You can look it up online for yourself. But the point that he made in his letter, personal letter to this person, was after 30 years of engaging in service under your jurisdiction, I've come to realize you do not care about me. You've never talked to me. You don't deal with me. You're some kind of phantom guru. And that, in another situation, in Russia, the same thing, where a devotee was following some guru of a bogus guru down the chain of bogus initiations, and he comes to the conclusion, this is a dead-end street for me. Prabhus, the truth is the only thing that will sustain a person in Krishna consciousness. Motivational speaking, pretending, posturing, and posing, like some of them do, that there's some kind of incarnation of God, is a farce to this disciplic succession, and we should avoid it. And we're going to go to another section of this program. Okay? We're going to roll into another section of Prabhupada speaking to us directly from himself for all of our information and direct knowledge of how to practice spiritual life without any adulteration. Roll that next section, Ram Raga. Haribo.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Jnanam Teham Savijnanam Idam Bhakshami Aseshata Dadjatya Neya Bhuya Anyat Kyatabam Avasishyate. We have been discussing this verse. What is knowledge? Knowledge means how this universe is working. What is the working force? What is the energy? Just like scientists, they are searching out different energies. Just like this earth is floating on weightlessness. Such a huge mass of material body with so many mountains, so many seas, oceans, skyscraper houses, cities, towns, countries. It is floating just like a swab, cotton swab in the air. So, if one understands how it is floating, that is knowledge. So, Krishna consciousness means to have all kinds of knowledge, not that we Krishna conscious people are being carried away by some sentiment. No. We have got philosophy, science, theology, ethics, morality, everything. Everything that is required to be known in human form of life. So Krishna says that I will speak to you all about knowledge. So this is Krishna consciousness. A Krishna conscious person should not be fooled if he is required to explain how these universal planets are floating, how this human body is rotating, how many species of life, how they are being evolved. These are all scientific knowledge, physics, botanics, chemistry, astronomy, everything. Therefore Krishna says, Jadgatva, if you understand this knowledge, Krishna consciousness, then you will have nothing to know. That means you will have complete knowledge. We are hankering after knowledge, but if we are in knowledge of Krishna consciousness, if we know Krishna, then all knowledge is included. So, tat shakti vishaya vivikta swarupa vishayakam jnanam. We'll have full knowledge about the constitutional position of yourself, this material world, the spiritual world, God, our interrelationship, time, space, everything. There are many things to be known, but the principal thing is that the God, the living entity, time, work, and this material energy, these 5 things are to be known. You cannot deny that there is no God. God is controller, supreme controller. You cannot say that you are not controlled. There is controller. Just like in the state, you cannot say there is no controller. There is controller. In every street, in every house, there is control, government control. Suppose this store, here is also government control. You have to build store like this. You cannot leave his residential house. The fire arrangement should be like this. There is control. Even you walk in the street, you drive your car, there is control. Keep to the right. You cannot cross where there is a written stop. You have to stop. So in every way you are under control. So there is a controller. And the supreme controller is Krishna. There is one controller over another controller. If you go on searching out who is the ultimate controller, then you will find Krishna. Sarva Karana Karana. The Brahma Samhita forms Ishvara Parama. The supreme controller is Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Ishvara means controller. So, we have to get knowledge of this controller, how he is controlling. So, Jnanam Vijnana Tehi Sahitam, not only to know the controller, but to know how he is controlling, how many energies the controller has got, and how he is controlling. That is Vijnana. So Jnanam Vijnanam Teen Santi Tubha Prapannaya Asesata.
Under control, but we all are under control of so many different authorities. But the real surrender is to surrender to Krishna as the supreme authority and controller of everyone's life. So lots of interesting points you showed today from Prabhupada. Huh? So beautiful. And we want to thank everybody for attending the program. I know it's an austerity at a certain level to take your time away from other things that you're doing and take the time to hear about the glories of the Lord through the Shastras, and then to practice the principles of Krishna consciousness and the chanting of the holy name in our effort to boost our own realization and our participation in this process as a team of devotees. And we have a wonderful program that we've introduced, and there's a form that comes up on the chat, and you may receive it, of what type of interest you have, what type of skills you have, what type of service you want to perform in the promotion of this message of Lord Chaitanya with PDA HKS. So please keep in touch with us. We have a group of devotees that will be listed at the end of the program with their phone numbers and their email addresses. So you can call them in their particular locations and enjoy the association of bona fide disciples of a bona fide spiritual master. And we're going to move ahead with the next section of our program. Ram Raghava, what's the next section again? Is it the...
Next section is the recitation of the 10 offenses, and then chanting one round of japa, and then the ending credits, and then a kirtan, or
Okay.
Vaishnava pranams, and then kirtan.
Thank you, everyone. Let's keep going. Don't give up. Haribo.
Nectar of Devotion, Chapter 8, Offenses to be Avoided. The offenses against the chanting of the holy name are as follows. First, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Second, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Sometimes the atheistic class of men take it that any demigod is as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. But one who is a devotee knows that no demigod, however great he may be, is independently as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, if someone thinks that he can chant Kali, Kali or Durga, Durga, and it is the same as Hare Krishna, that is the greatest offense. Third, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. Fifth, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. Sixth, to give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. Seventh, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name of the Lord. Because by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one can be freed from all kinds of sinful reactions. It should not be taken that one may continue to act sinfully and after that chant Hare Krishna to neutralize his sins. Such a dangerous mentality is very offensive and should be avoided. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities. Karma Kanda. 9th, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Anyone can take part in chanting the holy name of the Lord, but in the beginning one should not be instructed about the transcendental potency of the Lord. Those who are too sinful cannot appreciate the transcendental glories of the Lord. and therefore it is better not to instruct them in this matter. 10th, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names, and to maintain material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
That's
Krishna,
what's
Hare
fun
Hare
here,
Hare,
buddy.
Hare.
I'm
Krishna,
telling you,
Hare
this is
Krishna,
the first
Ram,
time.
Krishna,
I'll show
Hare
you
Krishna,
where to
Ram,
go
Krishna,
this
Ram
time.
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
This is
Ram,
your
Hare.
first
Hare
time,
Ram,
right?
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
That's over
Hare
here.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna, Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna, Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
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 Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
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 Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare.
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare,
Hare, Hare
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 Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
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 Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
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 Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
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 Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
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 Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Chant and be happy.
Let us offer our respectful obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnava devotees. Vanchakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaham. I offer my respectful obeisances. We all offer our respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who can fulfill the desires of everyone, just like these are trees, and who are full of compassion for the fallen souls. Thanks everybody for participating in this reading and discussion. Vishwakama Prabhu in Yaltopec, Mexico. Ram Raghava Prabhu with the beautiful picture of Advaita Acharya behind him in Georgia. Rochisa Mataji dans la belle province de Québec. Rashikeshwari Devi Dasi and her good husband Viprahita Prabhu in Georgia, the parents of Ram Raghava, bona fide disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Radharani Mataji in Kansas. Sri Starupa Mataji in South India. Kevin G in Tennessee. Krishna Kata Prabhu in San Diego. Michael Dillon in Yuba City, California. Bhakta Roy in Mississippi, Bhaktin Renuka, wherever you are, Forest Temple in Mexico, Ronald Singh in Oroville, California, Rupa Goswami Prabhu in Bombay, India, Virabhadra Prabhu in South India, in Subbarama Subramanya Prabhu in Sri Rangam, Tamil Nadu. Thank you all for participating, and please come to the Saturday morning Srimad Bhagavad Gita class at 7 o'clock a.m., corresponding to 10 a.m. Eastern Coast Time, and please join us again. Back to you in the studio. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Not by misrepresentation, not by Sahajism, not by any other method, and then the truth will set you free from this material world. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Let's move forward with the closing credits. Hare Krishna. I'm listening. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Play that bass, chant in peace. Don't be shy, chant along, chant along. Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Bo, Hare Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Hare Bo, Hare Hare Bo, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare